Welcome to Surviving the Fuckery, where we're just trying to survive all the fuckery that's been going on in the world today. Now, before we jump into this video, you know what I have to do, and that is give a big shout out to my biggest supporters, those who have donated time and money to my channel, because they appreciate the time, effort, and creativity it takes to create these videos. Martin Timberlake, Dana Clark, Chaos from Kokomo, Zen Alley Cat, Mountain Goddess, Tony Wilson, Eric Jordan, Jackie W., M the Baddest, Tilly Lowe, John Pacheco, and The Real Deal. Thanks to all of you. Your support means everything to me, and I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Now, in case you've been living on a rock somewhere, every Democrat and their mammy all of a sudden have eyes to see what we've been seeing forever and ever. And that is that Joe Biden has been exhibiting symptoms of dementia for years. And it appears that he may even be a victim of elder abuse, allegedly at the hands of his mistress wife, Jill Biden. Now, that being said, enjoy.
Seriously, there's something wrong with the president. This is not normal behavior. People are about to reelect this guy. Half the country wants to reelect him.
I haven't got a brain, only straw.
How can you talk if you haven't got a brain?
I don't know. But some people without brains do an awful lot of talking, don't they?
Yes, I guess you're right.
They were able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with everything we had to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
The fucking motherfucker. Fucking streakers. Nigga. Chronic. Yeah. Clip. Drop. Bug. Nigga.
Oh my God, really? Like, I could have a spasm just thinking about what's going on with our presidency right now. And, okay, I remember not that long ago, there were probably like fucking 13 candidates running for election. I mean, why do we just have two? We have two. One is senile and needs to be put in an old folks home. And the other one doesn't even appear like he wants to run. He's just kind of running because Joe Biden's going to be reelected. And I can understand why we don't want him reelected, because he'd probably die in office. And I have a feeling that right now he's in office because people can manipulate him, because he's so goddamn old he has no idea what's going on. I mean, he stands there and he looks like he's on a different planet. Like, I don't think he understands like half of what's going on. And I consider this to be elder abuse. When you're pretty much putting a man in this position, you're basically just taking advantage of him. I don't know what Jill Biden is doing other than like fueling her own fucking desire for power. I mean, why are you making speeches for him? You're not the president. We didn't elect you. And then like Kamala Harris with your $65,000 necklace, and you're telling us like, oh no, it was just a slow start. Like, you fuckers are lying. Like, denying the truth is lying, okay? Denying that this man is senile and old and just pretending like everything's okay and like putting him on Adderall so he looks normal, like, that is not cool. We need a fucking president that can do his job, because this is just fucking undermining everything in America. Like, how's he supposed to talk to people in foreign countries if he doesn't understand what the fuck they're saying? How's he supposed to know what the hell he's signing? He could be signing away the rights to like people in third world countries for all I know. The insanity right now of the lies that the Democrats are telling you is far worse than whatever the fuck Trump lied about the other night. I mean, that was a debate. He's not like a whole group of people just getting together saying like, oh, he's fine. He just got a slow start this morning. Like, fuck you, dude. He needs to be putting an old folks home. Don't vote for this man. I mean, vote for him to go to a freaking, like, resort somewhere where he can relax and not have to stress out about fucking speaking. Like, this is elder abuse, plain and simple. I don't know what else you would call it.
I saw in him then the same character that I see in him today. And even though he has faced unimaginable tragedies, his optimism is undaunted. His strength is unshakable. His hope is undeterred.
I think what we can all agree on that's not conspiracy theory is that Biden is not running the show.
Yeah.
For sure. He's not, he can barely walk right now. I mean, he's got all the early signs of dementia, and it's actually sad to watch because I lost my grandfather a couple of years ago to dementia, and I almost don't want to make fun of it, but it's so evil, I think. I can't imagine Jill Biden allowing her husband to suffer that publicly with cameras,
Right.
all for power. I mean, you can see it in his gait and the way that he walks and his forgetfulness and the lashing out, something that my grandfather started to do, because when they come back into their memory, they're like kind of angry that they don't remember or that somebody wasn't listening to them.
I told you to be quiet. I don't want to hear any more from you. I don't want to hear any more from you.
Here I come. Here I come.
Wow, the land of make-believe.
This is how legends are made.
The general consensus and the overall reactions have been leaning towards the fact that Joe Biden did not look or sound well at all in that debate. On multiple different occasions, Joe Biden appeared to be very frail, very incoherent. He would mumble a lot. There were plenty of times where he would just stare off into space when Donald Trump was speaking. He looked like a very, very fragile old man that looked like he needed to be in bed rather than on stage debating as a president of the United States of America, which is really interesting when you consider that for a long time, supporters of Donald Trump and people on the right, the Republicans, the conservatives, they've been saying that Joe Biden's cognitive decline has been pretty obvious for a while now. Yet whenever that subject seems to come up, the Democratic Party, those who support Joe Biden, those who are on the left, always chastise those who are on the right, saying, no, Joe Biden is okay. He is cognitively fit to become president of the United States again. So in a shocking plot twist, Democrats seem to now be in panic mode as some senior officials in the Democratic Party are now calling for Joe Biden to be replaced to become president of the United States of America.
Joe. Hey, what's going on? It's time. It's ice cream time? No, Joe. It's not ice cream time. Is it nap time? No. It's not nap time either. Well, what time is it then? It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye? Well, where are you going? Oh, I'm not going anywhere. Oh, well, where am I going? Away. Oh, yeah? Far, far away. Oh, come on, man. I'm kind of tired. Do I have to go? You don't have a choice. Ugh, this soup tastes like poison. I know it does, Joe. Well, what about Kamala? Oh, don't you worry about Kamala. I'm taking care of it. Isn't that right, Mitch? Yep. I do whatever you say, madam. I'm under your control. That's right. Now get back in your box. Yes, ma'am. So, what happens now? Well, Joe, I gotta make sure you're not fit to be president. Well, how you gonna do that? I got a few ideas. Hey, what is that? What are you doing? Batter up! Hey, what about my son Hunter? What's gonna happen to him? Oh, don't you worry about Hunter. We'll take good care of him. Oh, good. Hey, what's this note for? It's a note for you to sign, Joe. Is it an executive order? No. It's your resignation letter. But I'm feeling much better, man. I can almost smell again. Oh, it smells like there's some kids up in here. Sign the letter, Joe. Hey, where are you going? I'm gonna be the Shaka-Julie president. But I thought Obama was president. Farewell, Joe. Well, what am I supposed to do now? Disappear. Oh, man, I gotta take a dump. Hello? Can anybody hear me? China? Ukraine? Hey!
System, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Oh God! Just keep your fucking mouth shut. You just making it fucking worse.
You look so dumb right now.
And by the way, you know, I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach into the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
President Biden, how involved were you in your son's Chinese shakedown text message? Were you sitting there? Were you involved?
No, I wasn't. And I don't know.
Were you?
No.
Your medication?
Yes, I am. Now get out of my face. Jesus Christ. When you're not looking, honey, you watch out. You better be ready.
It's so you're healthy, Nana.
You better be ready. You better be healthy. Because all I need is what I feel.
I'm an elderly man, and I know what the hell I'm doing. I've been president. I put this country back on its feet. I don't need his recommendation. It's totally
How bad is your memory, and can you continue as president?
My memory is so bad. I let you speak. That's
Your memory has gotten worse, Mr. President.
My memory is not good. My memory is fine.
I can tell just by reading this comment that this person has personally experienced living with somebody or having somebody in their family that suffered from Alzheimer's or dementia. Personally, I have had people in my family that have succumbed to Alzheimer's. It's a devastating disease. Watching your loved ones slowly be eaten away. It's devastating. And I totally get where you're coming from. However, I wouldn't put all of the blame on her. I really wouldn't. I'll promise you this, as my father's son, I would have never allowed anybody to put him on a podium so he could embarrass himself in his later years. And I can promise you this, if that man knew 20 years ago what was going to happen to him if he stayed in politics, if that man knew that in his failing health, that his party would prop him up like a puppet to get their progressive agendas passed, he would have retired 20 years ago. No, I'll promise you, I have known several people with Alzheimer's and dementia. And what they always confide to you is, don't let me embarrass myself. Now, it is a damn shame what is happening to that man. And the history books will read. The history books will tell us, our grandkids, they will all wonder why that family allowed that man to embarrass himself the way they have.
She knows very well what she's dealing with. What we don't know is how long she has been leading him along and defending him and all that. And I get it. That's what spouses do. If someone left my husband out to dry, I would end them. And he knows that, and so do the people around him. But I'm not the first lady. And you can think about that in a warm way of like, oh, she's protecting her husband, until you consider in this book, quote, her dislike of Trump was a driving reason behind her support for him to run and for re-election. So she knows exactly who, not only who she's dealing with, who her staff is dealing with, but who the United States has in the White House. And she continues to let him do this and then, it sounds like, blame others when he isn't up to the task.
Yeah, and she also has no love for the vice president. And, you know, that has been made plain. But let's talk a little bit about this New York Post headline. There was an op-ed, and it's titled, Joe Biden and Dems committed elder abuse on Joe. Now they must force him to step aside. And there's a quote from within the article from the editorial board. Joe Biden knew, his aides knew. Heck, James Clyburn, the entire Democratic establishment knew, yet terrified that Bernie Sanders would win the nomination and then failed to take down their mortal enemy, Donald Trump. They propped up Biden like he was a Potemkin candidate, or more accurately, weakened at Bernie's to try to capture some of the Obama nostalgia. It's time for those same Democrats who lied to get Biden into the White House to tell them that he must step aside before the 25th Amendment is invoked.
Shut up. This ain't no democracy.
Yes, it is.
No, it ain't. This is the United States. Your ass belong to me. They don't give a damn about you. They don't like you. I don't like you.
I swear, y'all, this ain't even funny anymore. Like really, Jill Biden, if you could hear this, your husband needs to be in a retirement home. Like, this is elder abuse.
America's choice in home care.
Buonasera Presidente Biden. Presidente. Good evening, Mr. President Biden. President. Here we are, President Biden. Qui.
Here.
Yes. Good evening. Buonasera. Yes.
I'm going to discuss a very serious issue with you in a very serious way. We see Joe Biden. We see how he walks. We see how he stares. We see how he gets angry and how he cringes. This issue of dementia is a serious issue. I should know. I've had 2 people in my family who've had Alzheimer's and 1 who had moderate dementia. It's not funny. It's very upsetting. It's depressing. To watch somebody deteriorate like this, and in the early stages, they know they're deteriorating. And then how the family has to care for the person, wants to care for the person. It's not funny. You've never heard me do jokes about Joe Biden and dementia. Oh, I'll make jokes about him on other things, but not that.
I know I'm not a young man. State the obvious. Well, I know. Folks, I don't walk as easy as I used to. I don't speak as smoothly as I used to. I don't debate as well as I used to. But I know what I do know. I know how to tell the truth.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're here. President Biden, you complete me.
Hey, Joe, is that me? Yeah. I knew it. I knew I was Joe.
Why don't you tell everybody how you're going to save America?
Well, growing up in a Filipino Mexican black church while driving an 18-wheeler, inventing the iPhone, and being raised by Muslims kept me pretty busy. But raising elephants and building airplanes was more important than keeping the microwave on while I went to the bathroom. But after I won the war in Vietnam, I started a shrimping business. And then lost both my legs when I carried myself to safety. And after that, I ran cross-country looking for my girl, Jimmy.
Potter Stewart said about pornography once, I know it when I see it. I know dementia when I see it. I think I speak maybe not for all, but for many people, many families who've seen this. The telltale signs. It's not a mystery when somebody's deteriorating. Everybody gets old and they have memory issues. They'll forget a name here and there. They'll mix things up. That's to be expected. That's not what we're talking about here. And this is why I'm so disgusted that Joe Biden is running for president, that his family wants him to run for president, that the people around him are like a Praetorian Guard pretending he's as sharp as a tack, that the American media are playing along, in fact, playing defense.
Joe Biden's doing just fine.
I can tell you that he is sharper than ever. And again, I want to go back and really underscore the fact that his record is very strong. He's achieved more as president than at least the past 4 to 5 presidents before him. You cannot get that done if you don't have all of your faculties.
It's not good enough for a president to do well in a debate or do well in a State of the Union speech, and everybody says, see, he was great for 90 minutes, he was great for an hour, he was great. Many people who have dementia or Alzheimer's, early stages, can do that sort of thing. That is, you look at them and you say, actually, they're doing okay, but they're not doing okay. The job of a president is 24/7. There's a reason Joe Biden has taken vacation 40% of his presidency. There's a reason why he won't have give and take press conferences on a regular basis. There's a reason why his staff walks around him when he goes to and fro from the helicopter. There's a reason why we're seeing on television what we're seeing and we're hearing what we're hearing out of the president's mouth. Because he's not well. Again, I'm not saying that as a joke. He's not well. People have heart disease. I do. People have diabetes. People have all kinds of things. And people have mental health issues. And it's not funny.
My mind's going blank now. What's happening? I can't remember. I'm gonna lose track. My mind's going blank now. What are you talking about? What the hell's going on here? Where the hell are we? My mind's going blank now. I can't remember. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. What am I doing here? My mind's going blank now. Where am I headed? I keep forgetting I'm president. Where am I? No idea. Last night I was on television. I was on a telephone. Rapidly rising. And with I don't know. COVID has taken more than 100 years. Look, here's lives reflected in the NHEI. America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was inflicted, we're going to seize, they'll be gotten
gaze of Putin's autocracy. NATO's purpose is to defend against aggression. Let me make near and dear to you that you like to be able to. Anyway, my mind's going blank now. What's happening? I can't remember. I'm gonna lose track. My mind's going blank now. What are you talking about? What the hell's going on here? Where the hell are we? My mind's going blank now. I can't remember. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. What am I doing here? My mind's going blank now. Where am I headed? I keep forgetting I'm president. Where am I? No idea. I don't think as the idea that the political coverage. I want to thank and recognize Dr. John Kingersong. Good song. I can't get this to function at all. My mind's going blank now. What's happening? I can't remember. I'm gonna lose track. My mind's going blank now. What are you talking about? What the hell's going on here? Where the hell are we? My mind's going blank now. I can't remember. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. What am I doing here? My mind's going blank now. Where am I headed? I keep forgetting I'm president. Where am I? No idea.
Joe, do you have any last words?
Last words? What?
It's over, Joe.
What's over?
It's all over.
Hey, come on, man. What's going on? Where am I?
You're at the end of the road, Joe.
Are you firing me?
No. We're not firing you, Joe.
Oh, well, that's good.
We're just getting rid of you.
Getting rid of me?
Yep. We're getting rid of you, Joe.
But why? I said everything you told me to say, and I did everything you told me to do.
And we appreciate that, Joe. You did a great job.
Yeah, Joe, it was great working with you. We don't need you anymore.
You don't need me anymore.
Well, actually, we never needed you.
But I won the election.
You want to tell him?
Hey, come on, man. I don't understand what's going on.
And that's why we picked you, Joe.
Yep. You're good at what you do, Joe, but unfortunately, you can't be president anymore.
Wait a minute. I'm the president?
I'm gonna miss you, Joe.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss you too. Goodbye, Joe.
But I've done so much. I mean, look at the gas prices. Look at the inflation. Look at all the empty grocery store shelves.
We know, Joe. We know.
Yeah, we know, Joe, but you gotta go.
Yep. It's time to go.
Wait a minute. Where am I going?
Someplace nice and hot.
Oh, that sounds good. What about Kamala, though?
Well, she's gonna be joining you real soon, Joe.
Well, then who's gonna be president?
President Pelosi, would you flip that switch, please?
I thought you'd never ask.
Hey, Kamala, can you come downstairs, please?
Thanks for tuning in. If you found this video enjoyment. Now, with all that being said, peace, and thank you for being a part of the Surviving the Phuckery community.